Want help to grow your business? Download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai or search the App Store today.
Hi, I'm Dale Beaumont, founder of Business Blueprint, and welcome to Build My Brand. In this series, we're going to talk about how you can build a great brand for your business, and we're joined by international branding expert Debbie O'Connor. And in this specific interview, we're going to be talking about how to design the visual aspects of your brand. So Debbie, thanks for joining us again.
Thanks, Dale.
Now, in other episodes, we've covered all of the foundational stuff that you need to know about what is a brand, why is it important. We've spoken about how to come up with your brand personality, which was a lot of fun, then also how to craft your brand story as well. Now we're going to get into some of the fun and exciting stuff. We're going to be talking about colors and fonts and logos and how to bring it all together. Why is it important that we did all of the other stuff before arriving in this place?
Right, so we've ascertained that your brand is your promise to your customers. It's your reputation. It's what they say when you leave the room. So you really do need to have a plan, a structure in place to make sure that the message that you're getting across is consistent. So now we delve into the fun stuff. And as a graphic designer, this is the stuff that I really do get quite excited about because I do this every day. But it's quite nice to be able to share it with people and say, well, you know what, you can actually apply exactly the same principles and get awesome results.
Now, so what are some of the things, just again, to make sure that people are aware of? What do you have to have in place before doing the visual stuff? Because a lot of people start there. They start with, let's pick my colors, or let's kind of go and get a logo designed. But in case people are jumping into this interview first, do you think that they should keep watching or maybe go back and watch some of the other presentations that we've delivered?
Yeah, you definitely need to go back. So you need a brand strategy, which is what we've been starting to talk about. And you start with your brand personality. From there, you create your brand story. And that's where all the structure starts. That sets the scene and it really gets things moving. From there, we can then start looking at all the visual aspects and collateral side of things.
So what specifically are we talking about when we talk about the visual aspects? Just give us a bit of a list of some of the things that we should consider.
Yeah, look, there are a number of things. And when we're looking at creating a logo, it is making sure that you have that element in there, of course, and understanding where that logo has come from. Different things that you might need would be, your business cards, your website. Those are your standard things that you need to have from a visual aspect point of view. From there, you can go on to have signage and, premises signage, vehicle signage. You might have
Shop
brochures. It's endless. It really does. It's quite diverse. And so you've got your print side of things and your online side of things as well.
Okay, so when it comes to designing these elements, where do we actually start? Do we start with the actual logo? Is that the first place that we go, or is there something even before that?
You start with your logo. It is the foundation. So even though your logo is not your brand, your logo is a very, very important part of your visual brand. And it is the foundation. So everything comes from that. And you need to make sure that when you're designing your logo, that it will be able to appear in color, but also in black and white. And it needs to be able to look good when it's big, and it needs to be able to look good when it's really small. And a lot of people forget that element. So by the time it's made 2.5 centimeters wide, you can't actually read what the name of the business is. So try not fall into that trap.
Can it go on a pen?
Yeah, can it go on a pen? A lot of people like to put their logos in a circle, but when you take a circle down to 2 centimeters, it becomes really, really small. So those are the type of things you really do need to look at when you are designing a logo.
Okay, now before we get to the logo, we're going to talk about logos obviously made up of colours and fonts and shapes and things like that as well. So what I'd like to do is first of all talk about colours and how do we actually pick the right colour, and is it just a case of, what is our favourite colour? Where do we actually, how do we actually make this important decision?
Color is very emotive. Subconsciously, colors have meaning. And it's really important to understand this when you're creating your brand so that you know what colors are going to match with your personality. So when you're looking at colors, we're going to have a look at a couple of colors now. Red is a very passionate color. It is strong, it's vibrant, it's eye-catching, but it also means danger. So you need to make sure that if, for example, you are a plastic surgeon, probably the color red is not a good color because it's the color of blood. So you don't really want people to have that color front of mind. However, if you're a racing car brand, then red is probably a really good color because it is fast and it's strong and it's vibrant and it's energetic. So it would work really well there.
Now, are these colors, do they tie in to the brand personality? So if you've chosen a particular brand personality, you're kind of then limiting your options as to which colors you can then choose? Do they tie in?
Yeah, look, a little bit. So, for example, if you were a hero brand, you would never have pastel colors. If you are the caregiver brand, you would never have black because in Western culture, black is the color of death. So, you know, yes, you are tied a little bit to it. However, there's so many different tonal ranges of red, pink, blue, green that often, depending on the tone of the color that you have, you can actually put it into whatever brand personality you're working with.
So you could have a red that's quite earthy if you get one that's got a bit of brown in it, and as opposed to one that's really, you know, vibrant.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one.
So the next one is yellow. So yellow is the most eye-catching color in the color spectrum. It is used a lot to grab people's attention. So if there are any sales or anything like that on, you know, in the newspapers or anything, often they're in yellow because they grab your eye. Yellow is a happy color. It's a vibrant color. It's your sunshine color. But it is also your color that represents cheap. So often you'll find that brands that have cheaper products or are trying to vie for you know, cheaper products in the product range will use yellow. So if in Australia we're looking at your JB Hi-Fi and your Dick Smith, both of them use yellow in their brand colors. So yellow is a good color in grabbing attention, but it needs to be used sparingly because it is very hard on the eye. So if you had a whole page of yellow, it's very hard to read it because your eye gets so tired because it's so vibrant.
And you wouldn't really associate yellow, like you said, with a prestige brand?
Not a prestige brand. No,
Okay.
not usually. So it depends, once again, the type of yellow that would then be chosen if you were going with a prestige brand.
Right. And obviously if you went to more gold, then it's got a completely different meaning.
That's exactly right.
Okay,
yes.
Great. Let's go into the next one.
All right, so blue. This is your true blue, down to earth, you know, solid, reliable, dependable. Often the navy blues are used for authority figures. So they might be your uniforms of police officers or people, you know, wearing suits to work, accountants, that type of thing. But the blue can also be a little bit stuffy, a little bit boring. So once again, depending on what your brand personality is, you need to pick your color very carefully within the blue range. Interestingly enough, if you ask men, 98% of them will say that their favorite color is blue. But when you ask them what kind of blue, it's either light blue or dark blue. Whereas when you speak to women, they have so many descriptions for blue. You know, there's dove egg blue, sky blue, midnight blue, ocean blue, Tiffany blue, aqua blue. I mean, I can keep going on. And honestly, we've got a description for every kind of blue. So it is about picking the tone as to which one you want.
Okay, and it doesn't need to just be masculine for blue. Like you said, you can have...
You can have a sky blue, which is really very optimistic and very positive, and it can be quite a gentle color as well. So, yeah, it just depends on the tone that you're looking at.
Okay,
All
next
right,
one.
moving on, green. So green is the money color, it's the go color, it's the growth color. So it's the color that is used a lot when looking at things that are fresh and vibrant. It can have the negative connotations where if it's a little bit too acidy, it can look a bit sick. So you have to be very careful. Green is the color that is the most calming. So you'll find that there are particular tones of green that are used a lot in hospitals because it calms the nerves.
Right.
In fact, that is why green is the go color. You know, whenever you see your green color when you're driving, you see the traffic light and it's green, no stress. As soon as you see red, you know, and it's the color that is actually bringing that around. So you've got your go color and your stop color.
All right, great. What else?
All right, black. Now, black is an interesting color. It is a very strong color, very solid color, very upmarket prestige. It also has the negative connotations of being a little bit evil or, mysterious as well. So you have to be careful when you use black. It's very interesting when you're looking at different cultures, if you're marketing to different cultures, because in Australia or in Western civilization, black is the color of death. However, in Asia, white is the color of death. So you don't exactly want to go and use the wrong color at the wrong time. Once again, when you look at red and white in Western culture, we get married in white. However, in Asian cultures, you get married in red because white is the color of death, and you don't exactly want to get married in the color of death, right? So it's also interesting to see what colors are like when it comes to the different cultures.
I'm guessing next one's white.
Next one's white. So white in Western culture is purity. It's in
To continue enjoying this presentation, download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai or search the App Store today.